AutoCAD, in which we discuss about the various other commands. So you can go directly into the command ribbon and go to the second option here written as hatch. Okay, and if you want to go through draw option here, click draw. You can see hatch and gradient. So today's command will be on hatch, gradient, region, text and table. We also discuss center line and center mark in this lecture today. So we start with hatch. So hatch is basically your used to provide the sectioned part of the object. As you can say, if you cut something, if you cut an object or your component, so for that case you need a hatch so that you can show that this is the cut section, and you have to define the standard lines on it at certain respective distance. Similarly, gradient is used to provide the uh, coloring option inside the uh, covered area or inside the area which you want to define as a gradient color. So hatch and gradient. Then we have region. Region is used to combine various elements, such as if you draw a rectangle with 4 lines, then you have to define, if you want to make all the lines selected at one time, then you have to select this region command. Then we have text. If you want to add something or you want to write a note on a drawing, then you use text. Center line and center mark is used to provide the center line and center mark on the drawing. So we start with hatch. For hatch we need some enclosed area. So let us say I start with a rectangle. So I make a rectangle here. Now this is the closed entity. As you know, I select this entity, the whole entity is selected. So this region can be closed between these 4 lines. So let us say make another rectangle here. You can make a rectangle of any dimension. I just give you the view how the command is applied. So then go to draw, go to hatch. When you click on hatch, you can see a window is open here. So this is the hatch window, and here you can select the type of hatch by selecting the hatches. Click on this arrow and then selecting hatches. When you click hatches, you have number of options here: ANSI 131, 31, 32, 33 and so on. So these are the patterns which required. For steel structures we always use inclined lines if you want to cut a steel or a metal object. So these ANSI 31 is used. For other structures like brick and all that stuff, so you can use any pattern from here. So there are number of patterns by which you can select the uh, hatching structure for your element. Like this is used for brick structures, and then for gravels, for water, for wood. So there are number of options: clay, dash, cross, caulk, dolomite, dots, earthing, Aisha, ghost, ground, ghost wood, ghost glass. So there are gravel. So you can see a number of options are here depending upon your requirement. So for mostly mechanical components, when you cut them in a cut section, for cut section view you provide the hatching line there. So we mostly use ANSI 31 or 32 or 34, 33. Out of these you can use anyone. Mostly we use ANSI 31. So I select this. Now you have to define the region in which you want to give the hatch, whether this region is this interior rectangle or you want to give hatching on this surface here. So I just click here. So you can see hatch is applied, and then I just click cross here. Now hatch command is applied. Now you can see it's just a white, you don't see any lines. When I zoom it you can see the lines, but in normal view I can't see the lines here. So what I do, I just click here, double click, and a window is open. Now you can define the scale factor, you can define the various types. So it is predefined. Pattern is ANSI 31. Hatch color layer is, you can use white or any other. If you want to take red, yellow, green, any other color, you can select it from here also. So I choose by layer. The background color is none. If you want to choose any other color, you can choose red, green, yellow from here. And then we have a swatch. Swatch means it's a preview of your hatch basically. and now you want to give angle. Now by default the angle is 0, which is determined inclined lines. Okay, that is, if you apply 0 angle on a hatch, it means it is inclined to the surface, and if you apply 45 degree, then it becomes straight, and if you apply 90 degree, again it becomes inclined. So by default the software system includes 0 as a 45 degree angle for the hatch, and you can change the scale whether you want to it as a 1:1 or you want to increase. Let us say I just click 4 and then click OK. Now here you can see in a normal view some of the lines are viewable to you also. So if you want to make it much clear, then again click here and now increase the scale to 8, enter. Now you can see the lines are differently available and you can view them each line individual with a specific distance. So this is your hatching. Suppose you want to make a brick and you want a hollow brick and you cut it from the center. So this is the view or a cut section which is seen here, and you provide the hatching here. Now come to the gradient. So let us say I go to the draw. Before that I just draw some circle here of any radius of any diameter. Okay, so you now come to the gradient. Now draw and then go to the gradient. Gradient is basically your area filled with color. A continuous color is applied to that area. So click on gradient and now select the area which you want to apply. I just select this because this circle is not selected as an gradient part, because this is another area, enclosed area or enclosed quantity here. So this is how your gradient is applied here. Now go to the if you want to change the color of gradients, you can go from this option. You want to make a red, or you want again a yellow or red, or any other option, blue, or you want some sand green, and you want to make second option color as a red. So you can change the options with the help of these two buttons here. And if you want to click this arrow and click on the gradients, now you can see you have a number of gradient options. Whether you want as a linear means both colors are vertically apart, and if you want a cylindrical, so color, your one color is at center and other two colors at the edges of the component. And this is your inner cylinder, and then we have a spherical, hemisphere, curved. So there are a number of options you want as per your requirements. This one is your inverse sphere, inverse hemisphere, inverse curved. So you can choose any of these. Let us say I select the linear one and then click OK, and then here we can click cross. Your gradient is applied. Now you want to change some color again, you want to edit it, so just double click it, a new window is open. Now here are two options, one color and two color. If you want one color, so only one color is used and base color is white. Okay, and if you want to change the base color white from black, so you just see I just move the arrow towards shade, or you want to change it to proper green, then move the arrow between the shade and tint. And if you want a white background or white base color, then you just go to the maximum point from for tint. So here you can see number of options, linear, cylindrical, inverse cylindrical, sphere, and so on. So it's up to you what's your requirement, and just click OK here. So this is how your gradient works. So hatching is used to provide you the cut section of your drawing, and gradient is used to provide the solid color. Again, it's a part of a cut section in which you just provide a solid color also, two colors also, as per your requirements. So this is your hatch and gradient. Now again go to the draw. Now come to the region command here. Suppose you draw a line or a rectangle with this line command. I just put something like this. Escape to enter the command. Now you can see when I select the entity, this entity is selected individually, not as a whole rectangle. Okay, so what I do, I select or I type reg, You can see here region. Okay, click here or press enter. Now select the entities you want to select entirely. So I want all these 4 lines selected at one time, and then click enter. Now you can see this whole entity is selected at a one time. Previously what happened, single line is selected, first line, second line, third line, fourth line. So you can select all the lines, 4 lines. But now when you apply the region command, it basically combine all the elements to form a single element. Then this element is selected individually at one time. So this is very useful when you make various components with line command or some other commands and you want to show it as a single entity. So apply a region command and this entity becomes a single entity rather than it becomes a 4 line rectangle. Now it becomes a single entity, single rectangle. So this is your region command. Now moving on to some other commands, go to draw and then we go to the text. Click on text, go to multi-line or single line. It's up to you want to select any of these. So I just select multi-line and now click here. Give the depth and length about how much you want and write something you want to, like AutoCAD 2019 tutorials. Okay, now with as you can done in MS Word, you can change, just select this your text, give it as a standard or annotative, then you can define the width or size of this text by giving here value 5, 10, 20, as up to you can make it bold, you can make it italic, you can cut through the text, underline the text, overline the text. So there are number of options by which you can do it, just as you can do in your MS Word options. You can align it to left, center, right, justify. Okay, so there are some number of options. By layer you can give the color to the text, red, yellow, green. Okay, and then you want some other font from Arial, not you want Arial or some other like Times New Roman, Calibri and so on. So you can choose number of fonts from here also. Okay, so this is how you can do the text part or provide some notes on the drawing. Then I just see your text is written here. You can change the scale also. So just select here and you can change the text height from here. Okay, so this is how you can select the text. Next we have draw table. Go to draw and then click table. Table is used to make just you want to number of, so this is a single column and multiple rows. You can make number of columns with multiple rows. Okay, so this is how you can make a table. See, I just click here and you can give the name to the table like table 1. Then you want to add something here like serial number. Press tab, you can go to the other cell and then you can find your particulars. Then you can tap your dimensions here. You can tap your remarks, quantity, price, anything. So you can make a table of your drawings also. You can make table by this option. Go to the draw, click on table. As per your requirement, select the number of rows and columns. You can define the table and you can select just similar to your Excel sheet. You can add up here, you can not Excel sheet, but you can draw table just in case of MS Word. So you can edit, you want to add something, just double click here, you can add something, and you want to change the font color, all that stuff. So bold, and you want to make it a center, or you can make it return to the left and so on. So this is how you can change the things, as just is in case of your MS Word option. So this is how you can draw the table. You can write text, hatch and gradient. Now you can use region to select or combine the elements. Then we go to the center line and center mark. Okay, center line, for center line, let us say I just select this entity and this entity. you can see a line is drawn between these two entities. Similarly, again you want to make a center line vertical direction, select this entity, a line is made between them. So it is very useful when you want to use a center line or use to define the center of a rectangle or any other option. So you can use this parameter. Then again go to draw, you want to give center mark, so you need a circle for this. Center mark is meant only for circles, so I just select here a circle. So this is your center mark is obtained. So it can automatically put here your center mark. So these are the commands which are mostly used in draw. So most of the commands we can do, line we can do, arc it is done, circle done, polygons done, rectangle, point, helix, donut, hatching, gradient, region, text, table, centerline, and the remaining commands are widely used but not so important. So right now for beginners you can use these commands to draw anything on the screen here. So this is your basically completion of your draw toolbar here, and in next lecture we discuss about the modify properties and then with dimension, and a lecture is also be taken on this layer or property section which is on the right side of this screen. You can see here color layer. So this is how this is the properties of the element by which you can change the element position, element size, width, scale, color, annotation, height, all that stuff. So it can be changed from here also. Okay, so this is the lecture for today. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching, and take care.